Hey, Reggie, what's up, man? Hey, check this out. I got a really good idea.
That's never a good start.
Nah, man, this one's good.
That's what you said last time.
All right, fair. But we're building Bigfoot.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Come on. You can barely build a shelf that doesn't lean.
It only leans a little, man. Anyway, this guy's gonna be full size, full pose.
So you're aiming for what exactly? 7 feet of bad decisions?
7 feet of greatness.
7 feet of something collapsing in the yard.
Nah, it's gonna stand. In theory.
There it is.
This one's gonna take a little bit longer though, so we're gonna split it into 2 parts.
Good. Gives it more time to fail properly.
Well, let's see what happens.
I already know what happens.
Every monster I make starts with some kind of skeleton. And for Bigfoot, I knew I needed something really strong to support the mass of the character. So I went with a completely new technique that I haven't tried before, and that was using a MIG welder and some 3/8 of an inch rebar to actually weld his skeleton together. Now every piece that I cut is with intention. I gotta make sure that this guy is built properly. So I'm starting here with the legs, cutting them down to size so I can get the proportions correct. The entire purpose of this stage specifically is to create balance and structure for your character. This step is completely essential to get you a character that reads correctly. Now I'm brand new at welding. This is actually my first project that I did here, but it was so much fun to do. This is a skill and technique that I've been wanting to learn for a long time, and being able to actually get the materials to do this and create Bigfoot with this technique, so much fun. Once I get a little bit more of experience with the welder as well, I'll go ahead and do a tutorial to show you guys exactly how to use it, how to set it up, what materials I'm using, the safety equipment. I'll go through the entire thing. Now for Bigfoot, you can always opt to use 2x4 or PVC pipe. To create that, I just knew that I wanted to put some serious weight on this character, and relying on something that's as fragile as PVC pipe or as rigid as just wood wasn't enough to give me the dynamic pose that I wanted. Now Bigfoot is something that's been requested by you guys for a long time, and honestly, I never jumped at the opportunity to do it because I didn't have the right materials on hand, and I didn't feel like I had the right skill to bring it to life in the way that I wanted to bring it to life. So now that I have that, I'm going ahead and going all out and creating this character the way I want to see him made. Now from a structural standpoint, what I'm doing here is creating a mortar mix using cement, sand, some concrete adhesive, and a little bit of acrylic fiber. And I'm mixing this all together. That's going to give me a strong bond that I'm going to put at the feet here. Because that chicken wire that I have down at the feet here, this is what's going to give the structural stability. So when I have him out in the wind, he's going to be able to take some of that pressure at the feet here, and I want to lock in the welds at the rebar base as well. And now that our skeleton is all welded together, the next thing that we need to focus on is the form of the character. Now there's plenty of ways that you can actually build your characters up with form. As for this character, I wanted to use a paper form that I can build on itself. This stage here is all about creating a form. I'm not thinking about detail here. This is only to create the form of the character. I'm thinking more in terms of silhouette. So what I'll do is I'll pack in my character, take some steps back, look at it, and see, does it read as what I'm trying to make? Does this feel like Bigfoot? If it doesn't, this would be the time to adjust that, because after this stage, you won't get another opportunity to do that. And if you don't have the right silhouette, your character will never read the way you want it to. So take your time, make sure you get this stage done correctly. So I opted to use burlap here to create the layered effect with cement, just in the same way that I would use my monster mud and dip my material in monster mud. I'm going to be doing that with burlap here and cement. Up to this point, everything was going absolutely perfect. The character was nice and strong. The feet were put into place. I had the silhouette exactly the way I wanted. And then everything changed. Once I got to this stage, everything changed. I dipped my burlap in. I began to wrap it around, and at the leg portion it seemed okay, seemed strong, seemed secure. But as I got higher up in the build, I realized the weight started to shift way too much, that I didn't have the balance correct at proportions of the body. So he started to tip from the weight because Bigfoot is such a top-heavy character. And when he started to tip, I tried to overcompensate by manually pulling and bending the metal at the torso, and all I did was end up snapping the welds.
Yeah, so that didn't hold. Basically snapped at the hips, which honestly, that's on me. I was asking too much of this armature with the amount of weight that we put on it with our cement here, so he took a little snapping at the hips and went down. That's okay though, because now I know where he went wrong and how I'm going to reinforce him for the future. Now we're definitely not going to give up on Bigfoot here. I'm bringing him to life no matter what happens. So we're going to salvage what we can out of the scraps that you see right here next to me. We're going to put them back together, and we're going to use a different technique this time to finish them off. The problem was that there was too much weight here with the cement wrap that I was using, and trying to sculpt over the top of that would have completely destroyed this in the long run anyway. So instead of going that route, I'm going to go ahead and take this guy apart, add some more rebar structure to strengthen the core here, and then we're going to wrap him with monster mud, and I'll show you some really cool techniques to make Bigfoot come to life. But we'll save that for the next video. But until next time, keep building things. Stay creative. And don't forget to go wild with it. I'll see you next time.